Welcome everyone to Losers with a Podcast. I am Bodame, and with me today,
I might be the Raven.
And for some reason, they keep inviting me back.
it's no name.
I guess they can have it. Dildo.
You listen, you only hear because we don't have Ice Knight.
Oh, so that's the reason you keep inviting me back?
Yeah, pretty much. But today, we have some good subjects. No spoilers this time around. Let's get into it. Reuben, how many subjects do you have today? Only one?
Yeah, I come in here with one.
No, I don't know.
I don't know, you always have 20, so.
My bad for being prepared. What's your subject?
Oh, we're just starting off? Oh, I don't know. My subject revolves around the not-so-controversial Halloween Kills.
Oh, I know what you're gonna be talking about.
I don't.
So, Halloween Kills has a scene where apparently he, as you know, like the house is set on fire in the last movie, for those who, well, spoiler alert warning, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, I think we can say it.
So the Halloween sequel reboot has a scene at the end of the movie. They kill Michael Myers by trapping him in the house and set on fire. Obviously, he's not dead. It's a horror movie. And in the new movie, he gets rescued by firefighters and he kills them. So, in this, now, this is obviously shown in the trailer or whatever, and somebody's trying to start a petition to have the scene removed because they are training to be a firefighter. Their parents are firefighters, and they want it removed because it's offensive to firefighters.
Yeah, I've actually read some comments on this, and I pretty much agree with some of the other people that in some sort of way, shape, or form, you would then have to ban a lot of scenes from a lot of movies.
Police officers get killed all the time.
Yeah, like horror movies kill like doctors all the time, especially in Halloween movies and stuff.
Well, he also notes in it that, I believe it's a guy, that this happens in real life where people will start fake fires to lure in firefighters so that they could kill them. I don't know how often that happens, but the petition was met with so much negative feedback that at the time articles were reporting on it. It only had 12 signatures, and people are now signing it just so they can comment on it. Because I guess you can only comment on it of your signature.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Anyways, though, people are mad about it. Even firefighters have commented on it, saying that lifelong firefighters saying that that is stupid and you're positioning firefighters' lives over everyone else's, and this is just what they do in horror movies. But one man has fought back the hardest, starting his own petition to get that petition removed, with 7 times the people have signed it.
Who?
No, just
I thought you were leading into someone.
no, it's not anyone in particular.
Oh, I'm
It was
sorry.
me.
Oh,
I'll take some credit.
yeah, someone has to. We don't know the name of the person.
You do now.
It's a good old deal. Running in with the save. Not saving the firefighters, though. It's kind of a joke thing to do, but...
Dude,
Yeah.
you think I can take Michael? I can't even take the actor Michael Myers.
Isn't it do you mean the original actor? Or do you mean like the newer one? Is it a new guy?
No, the actor Mike Myers.
Oh, the act. Oh my god, Dale. I hate you so much.
Looking kind of hard looking ass.
Whatever.
Looking, but he is
He is the kind of... So, small news update. Black Widow and Disney lawsuit update, everyone. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I think we said it's something we wanted to, but we didn't film one around this time. We are now back to regular podcast.
But we started filming regularly.
We have
back.
no. But Disney and Scarlett Johansson have settled their lawsuit mutually, and both have made mutual statements coming to a happy agreement. And on top of that all, Scarlett Johansson and Disney have both said that they will continue to work on the previously announced projects that they were going to make together, meaning it's all fine and dandy
Well,
now.
for other projects, though, would she come back again?
It really does seem like...
She wants the money that she keeps talking about that she deserves.
Yeah, for those of you who somehow do not know what happened, pretty much Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow movie got released on Disney Plus and in theaters. Most of the time, especially in Disney movies, the big stars in the movie would get a portion of the box office earnings. And Scarlett Johansson pretty much got mad because, of course, Disney Plus took away some people going from the theaters. Though the debate pretty much was, well, were those people I never seen on the theaters or not? And Disney kind of threw her under the bus saying she was a bad person. That pretty much was the statement. The statement was pretty bad. But whatever. So, yeah, I think the dumb part was that she expected that the movie would make $1 billion in COVID.
If it was released the time it was supposed to in 2020, no COVID, it would have made the money, I think.
I don't think
People
so.
were really excited back then. I think with the fact that it took a year to be released, and the fact that they kept talking about pushing off the release basically every few months, I think that helped to kill it a little bit.
I think you're also forgetting it's one of the lowest rated Disney movies for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It did not get good reviews. I think it was averaging around the 60% to 70%. So I don't think it would have made the money she thinks it would have made. Though it would have probably made it a little bit more. But hey, they settled it. They both just wanted good publicity at the end of the day. Disney was willing to give some money to get some good publicity. Scarlett Johansson wanted the money. Everyone pretty much won.
What they should have done was a real spy movie with her. A James Bond style Black Widow movie.
I think that's what everyone expected. I think also after you kill Black Widow and then you literally are doing a movie was supposed to be a year later, I think is part of the issue of why it didn't do well.
I think if they released it originally in Phase 1, it probably would have been more of a spy movie, but it has to be a big blockbuster. Villains and all in the current era, so I definitely think they won't. That's why they didn't do a spy movie, especially with such a big character.
But
It could have happened.
Yeah, I just think in the end of the day, Black Widow is the movie. You can say what you want. I think there was a middle point where everyone who was siding with Disney, which is pretty much siding with it because Marvel, and people siding with her was because fuck big business. I think there was definitely a middle point that both had a right where it definitely wasn't the money she was asking for, but
some try to make it into a gender thing.
Yeah. She definitely was. She's the highest paid female in movie history, I think. I think even where years where she doesn't win, the year she made the most money is still, I think, the highest grossing. Not highest grossing. She's the highest grossing box office attraction. Pretty much. She makes a lot of money, is what I'm saying. And I think she has one of the most money in Hollywood. Also, I think there's rumors she has a kid now. But they aren't gonna say it.
Fucking rumors? What the hell
I don't
does
know.
that mean?
I don't know. Do you also know she's married to an SNL dude? What a funny... I don't fucking know what joke I was going... Dude, what's your subject? Or do you want me to use one of my other ones?
My subject is the best subject.
Okay, so then we'll save it a little bit. Speaking of law, TikTok cosplayer was charged with manslaughter. Let's get into this one.
Oh, I think I heard you talk about this, or something talk about this.
I think I might have mentioned it. So, she received backlash. So she was actually arrested earlier this year, but it seems like no one knew about it. And now she's kind of more officially been charged with it, so it kind of gotten out. But I'll read a little bit of the article. So, Yander.freak, also known as Snow the Salt Queen, who has 1.6 million followers on TikTok for doing cosplay, things like that, probably lip singing or something. It's TikTok. But pretty much there was she even gave like an audio statement. I don't know if that has been public, if people can hear about it, but the court basically saying, and in quotations, that Snow recklessly caused the death of their high school friend by pointing a handgun at the complainant and pulling the trigger. So
That's gonna do it.
Yep. Though the article, of course, leads with that. I read into it more. Pretty much what happened was they were drunk. There was a few people there, and they were watching Gotham, and they were recreating like a little thing where Penguin points a gun at Bruce Wayne, and she was then holding the gun, and she was walking around pretending to be the Penguin, and shoots the friend. And I think the friend was like, "Oh no!" Like they were all like playing around. She clearly didn't think it was a bullet, so definitely manslaughter. If I read it correctly, that is.
Accidental manslaughter, I would say.
Well, manslaughter is usually unintentional.
I just like, I like the fact that they were watching.
You didn't take your cough medicine before.
I don't have cough.
Should have been prepared. Should buy it.
You're making people think I'm sick or some shit.
Good.
Are you?
Are you sick?
No. I just like the fact that they were watching Gotham. Like, you never hear about anyone watching Gotham anymore.
Who was watching Gotham in 2021 is the issue. It's not even like a new episode. They were watching it like this year. And like, who gets together as a group? I'm like, you know what? Dude, do you want to come over and watch Gotham? Yeah. Oh my god. And you love it to the point you're recreating a scene with a physical, actual gun.
Granted, they were drunk.
Oh yeah, that's how they were enjoying the later seasons of Gotham.
Gotham was okay.
It was okay, but I don't remember it from season 1, so I assumed it was from a worse season. Clearly an accident. Clearly stupid. Don't hold guns when you're drunk. Because then you can't make the right decision of if there's a bullet inside said gun.
That goes into my subject.
Oh god. Okay. Say your
This is a
subject.
nice side of TikTok. A mom, for Halloween, made her kid a Hot Pocket costume.
That is the subject?
That's the subject?
Yep. Dude, that's some wholesome ass shit.
I mean, yeah, thank you for bringing a wholesome subject. Do you have more to say about it?
I don't know. Have you guys ever tested something stupid? The kid really wanted to be a Hot Pocket. I think that's kind of like a good choice. It's not even that bad.
See, then that's cute a bit. Yeah, it was like Barney the dinosaur, and we had to put like towers in the tail, or the tail was like literally gonna be flat. So it was pretty much like you were supposed to stuff the tail. I knew a kid who was an apple tree.
That was cheaping out. Oh yeah,
you knew the kid.
There was like a suit jacket too with it, like.
And there was little like branches with like the fake apples attached to it. I think that was probably the weirdest. Of actually someone I have met.
Somebody we knew was a mint Oreo.
Oh yeah,
specifically mint.
Yeah, specifically had to be the mint one. Forgot about that one.
Weirdest costume I ever was. Fucking clown. There's a joke on this channel.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for the joke. I was like, is the joke supposed
to be a Jawa once?
Tried to be a Jawa one. That's not that weird.
The keyword is try.
Oh, tried.
It did not go well. I tried to make the costume myself.
You know what else didn't go well? That awkward silence joke. Let's not do that again. We have done that, I think, twice now in this podcast. It always falls flat. But, fuck, I don't know. You know what also is
I'm just trying to make it an awkward silence again.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm staring at you. But, speaking of, cheaper things, you know, like the costume. You know where you can get a costume at for cheap. Not trying to insult it, but you can buy stuff at Dollar Tree for $1. You can get a costume, you know, max. You can probably get like in total like a couple items, make a full costume for a couple of dollars. But now you cannot, because Dollar Tree is raising the prices.
Good.
Why good?
I don't know. Continue.
So, Dollar Tree has once in a great while sold some for like $1.50 and stuff like that.
Never seen it, but okay.
I've seen it once, but I've also in that same day something that they put on sale. Like they had an actual clearance for Dollar Tree, so they also had something for 50 cents. So to me, it kind of makes up for it. But that's also breaking. Have you? You went on that way, even like a sale.
I'm just waiting for you to do your stereotypical line of you saying, "I'm not trying to poor shame."
Well, I'm not. I like Dollar Tree. It's a great store. I kind of
look like you shop at a Dollar Tree.
I do shop at Dollar Tree. I think they have great.
Yes, so do I.
But I just don't I guess it's kind of like because prices go up of food, things go up, you know. But I just think it's kind of weird. Like, it's just a Family Dollar at that point.
Nah, because Family Dollar has a lot of stuff that's like different prices.
Well, what I think is also happening is Dollar Tree is really unpopular now. Like, Dollar General is kind of like the big guys on block, and then you also have for like Five Below and stuff like that. So
Family Dollar in some areas I didn't notice was popular.
Yeah, Family Dollar is coming up, and I've seen in recent things Dollar Tree is actually going down, because I used to do stock classes and stuff like that. That the Dollar Tree stock is just like going down. I think they've actually been bought out by Dollar General or Family Dollar at this point, but I think that's good. I don't know. I still think that we need cheap items for people who cannot afford it, but I mean, I just don't see the point of having the store. You might as well just have another Dollar General.
Nah, because they're going to sell things for like a little bit more is what I'm guessing. Dollar, and most of it's still going to be $1.
No.
Well, at Dollar General and Family Dollar, basically only candy and shit's $1.
I just am annoyed because now I'm going to go in there and I actually have to check the prices of things again. I like going in and be like, oh, everything here is $1.
I'm annoyed because I'm thinking about the fact that, yeah, fucking Dollar General, everything should be $1. The fuck?
What? I mean, it's because you get a good wolf from your dollar is what I think it is. What? It is.
Oh, I'm taking the opportunity
yeah,
that didn't respond to try to do the awkward
Yeah,
song.
no, I'm not allowing it. Fuck all of you guys.
I would just scream next time, okay?
No, please. Please don't do that. So, wait, we've already used most of your guys' subjects. I have more, though, if we want to...
I can make something up.
No, don't make stuff up. Don't lie.
You know, to not talk about news.
Yeah, but you guys do know in your options you don't have to pick a news story. You can just pick a subject.
Me numerous times.
I was not told.
Like, dude, you could have just been like, hey, what was the weirdest thing you've been to Halloween? And that's pretty much what your subject ended up being.
No one had anything to talk about.
But, Dill, it's your subject, so it's your job to expand the subject and keep talking about it.
Dude, I don't even know why I'm here.
I mean, that's fair enough.
He's making a fair point.
Do you also want to know someone who probably does not know where they are? Because they are in a totally different profession right now.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Constantly. But Tony Hawk is moving away from skateboarding as his body's getting older. He retired his biggest trick earlier this year, or maybe late last year. But Tony Hawk is now getting into the food game as well. We covered Eminem going in on a, Mom's Spaghetti restaurant. Well, skateboarder Tony Hawk is now doing a chicken sandwich restaurant called Chicken Hawk. And they'll be...
Sounds okay.
In it's gonna be a nod to the 90s, serving up chicken and seafood. So I don't know whether seafood takes place in the name.
You probably just like seafood.
But let me see. I don't know if it's gonna be exclusive to one place, but apparently now as restaurants now try to get in on the chicken sandwich game, and like Applebee's and stuff like that are trying hard. I think Drake has invested now in a hot chicken chain. Apparently that's the thing. So yeah, Chicken Hawk opening soon. Wait, I got a location. They just say the road. How am I supposed to know where it's going to be? But it's a pretty big restaurant, 1,500 square foot. It's gonna be in San Diego. So if you're in the San Diego area, we can eat at Chicken Hawk coming soon. Are you guys excited? Would you go to San Diego to eat that Chicken Hawk?
If I'm in the area, yeah, I would go.
I mean,
No, fuck fish.
you don't have to eat the fish there.
I hate the fact that since we are in New England, everyone talks about fucking seafood. It's fucking bullshit.
I don't like seafood either, to be fair. I mean, I would eat it, but yeah, it is kind of bullshit.
Look at you. You're on the line. You're trying to be cool so everyone likes you. Shut the fuck up.
Why are you so angry?
He was very angry today.
We're only like 20 minutes into the podcast. Though we've used up most of our subjects, I'm just trying to keep the conversation going. I don't know, I thought you were going to go...
You're full of shit
I thought you were going to go in talking about seafood and debating seafood, so I'm trying to debate it.
No, you're trying to be on both sides of the coin.
It's
so you don't
true.
get hated. You
It's
fucking
true. It's true. Seafood is not something I would prefer go out of my way to eat, but I will eat it depending on what it is.
I would just join in on this and say I don't like seafood either.
See? Not trying to be neutral.
Raven, would you eat seafood though?
No, because when I did one of my other jobs, somebody kept trying every so often to give me seafood, and so I did try one or two more times, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not even gonna try to eat it.
You giving up on seafood?
If it's something like special, you can probably try to convince me. That's with anything I don't like. It's just like I'm not gonna keep giving try because I know I'm not gonna finish it. You're just wasting it by giving it to me.
Oh, that's fair.
Not trying to be neutral.
But that's someone giving their honest opinion, so that is fair.
Everyone loves Boardman. He agrees with all of you.
No, because people hate when someone's in the middle.
You.
So obviously, I'm doing the opposite by being in the middle.
Fuck you.
Because no one sits there and be like, "Oh, I want the guy in the middle." No, they want the person that just 100% agrees with them. That means I'm hated by every side. Fuck you, though.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you. Moving on to updating people on the subject from last week. Kelly, everyone. Are you guys ready to hear? So, Kelly has yet to be sentenced because the rumor right now is that Kelly is giving up information on other celebrity pedos and stuff like that. So, pretty much, in other words, he is snitching. I don't really find it... To me, this is one of those few occasions where I find it...
I don't think it's appropriate to call it snitching in this case.
Well, see, I was doing that to lead into the actual subject. As a lady called it snitching on a recent show and got criticized for it because, as I can kind of understand that, in the end of the day, he gets a lesser sentence, but we do get more people behind bars, so that's kind of a good thing. I think the whole thing was... Like, there's some people where it was like the Tekashi 6ix9ine thing where he was snitching on random people, like, for very small things.
I just think it's weird to make it like, ooh, look, he's snitching. Like,
yeah.
Bro, this is a very serious matter.
Yeah, that's what I think. If it's...
Who was it? Was it Ellen that said it?
What? No, it wasn't Ellen. It was someone... I don't even know this lady. It was some person...
It was Oprah.
It was not
If it was
Oprah.
Oprah, I would agree with her.
It was Visa A. Fox.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much they were
Does she not want him to snitch on the pedos?
No, the person did, but the way they said it wasn't the best. Like especially when you take it out of context.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like weird to say snitching.
Yeah, pretty much the only issue she would have gotten away with what she was saying if she didn't say snitching.
Gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
But the big thing was everyone on the show was just kind of insulting him, saying things like he ain't gonna want to be out. He ain't gonna want to be in or out with that kind of behavior. Because when I tell you people don't like pedophiles, so it's gonna behoove him to be out in the world where people can really get to him, or inside where people can get inside him. That was the other lady on the show. I thought I was gonna say, I stopped for a moment Because I said, I thought I was about to say get to him in jail, but get inside him in jail. Okay. But the other lady was saying, he's a snitch. Snitches get stitches. Ain't that what they say? It's a sad end of a chapter. Like, that's pretty much what people took out of context. This is what she added to it. That no one was kind of saying. It's a sad end of the chapter. Like, how, like, wow, here we go. You got convicted last week, and now this week I'm telling. There's a whole lot of people I'm going to take down too. Instead of asking for help, or maybe trying to help others from where you are, from your experience, you're gonna snitch. So I can kind of agree 50-50 with what she's saying. Besides, like, no. I kind of like, I hate R. Kelly, but we kind of should take the opportunity to get more people behind bars if he actually has information. Remember, the snitching thing is rumors, and it's definitely is even more rumors that there is even talks that the police wants information. Because I think that's like, have you ever heard, like, when you in high school being like, oh, if I get arrested, I ain't taking anyone down with me. I'm never going to tell on the people I know. Like,
I just find this confusing behavior because I'm not going to talk about what she said, but I just find it weird that he's going from, yeah, now, what you were talking about, and basically trying to defend himself to be like, okay, well, not a guilty guess we're talking. Like, well, you should have done this all along if you actually cared.
yeah, that's what
But he doesn't care.
That's what was different from the Takashi thing on this. First of all, it was definitely guaranteed that Takashi was telling on people, but they were also like, he was telling on people for like who had guns and who was part of the gangs and stuff like that. Like, it feels totally different.
Can we make a gang?
No, we are not making a gang. I'm saying it that way so like, we're not getting in trouble by being like, oh, they're talking about gang activity on this podcast. We are not in a gang. We are not making a gang. Dale needs to shut up.
Gucci gang.
I hate you, Dale.
I just got a copy strike for 25 songs that say Gucci gang.
You guys like the half of that song too. Like, 10 seconds is like an hour of that song. Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, because it's kind of like, it is sad that it is like, instead of trying to get better and get help, you're kind of just like going out on like a bad note. But in this case, I don't really consider it a bad note to be like, the police wants information, in this one.
Bad notes now.
Yeah, totally in a bad note. You're arrested. You're convicted. He's up there in age, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's gonna come out. But also in sad note, his music is up 500% in sales. That's a bad note. That's a sad note that people are now buying his music more. And I think it even got taken off of like YouTube or something, or at least his topics channel got deleted. I think he still has his regular like Vivo channel or whatever. But so yeah, like, he's losing places for his music to go up, and he's still making more money now. He can't use it obviously, but last final notes on the snitching, everyone. I think that we need to stop calling it snitching. But you remember in high school, like, well, when be like, if I get arrested, I ain't telling on anyone. I ain't telling them, like, police don't usually ask for information on other people.
You usually have to be arrested for a really big group of related crime for them to ask you about that.
Yeah, usually they only want to be like, okay, well, we saw 3 other people with you. Who are they? You're getting arrested either way, but we might take a week off if you can just make this easier on us.
Stop talking.
What?
I want to talk.
Okay, then talk. Dale, shut the fuck up. I already know you're gonna go with the silence yet.
No, but in all seriousness, you know what I used to tell everyone in that case?
What?
I'll fucking snitch on all of you.
Yeah, I have seen you do that.
I'll make up shit.
Oh my god, you can't do that.
I've been waiting for the day to get arrested. Just so I can have it all in jail together. We'll do our podcast live from the state penitentiary.
It's literally the opposite of what I was trying to say, is that they don't want random information. They just won't take the information.
Dude, I will crack under pressure.
They only... Listen, they only... They more want to know people... I'm just ignoring him. They more want to know what people where it's like Takashi, he was obviously in gang stuff, so there was gang people he can set up and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand in his case I think this is just a rumor. I don't believe it. Because there's also no award from the police that he is getting a lesser sentence. Though it would kind of make sense. They didn't announce his sentencing yet, but to me...
Dude, I heard because he's snitched 9. Fucking snitched on Peter Parker, and that's why he's getting all in this trouble in the No Way Home movie. He told everyone Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
I hate you so much.
Man, I can't wait for this movie
I'm
now.
just trying to remember what I was trying to say. Shut the fuck up. Oh god, I can't remember what I was
I
going
missed
with.
that part in the trailer.
Yeah, no, it was
No,
like
he's
one
one
of
of
the
the
first things mentioned in the trailer.
No, you're secretly in the trailer. God, so it was like one of the things he was edited out. Was kind of gonna be like a surprise cameo. You'll see him in the second trailer, Raven. Don't worry.
Okay. That might be the way.
I don't even fucking remember what I was saying at this point. Oh my god, I hate both of you. Ruben, you got us a thing from Reddit. The Sideshow we do where we take a question from one of the Reddit subreddits, like Ask Reddit, Am I the Asshole? And we answer the question ourselves.
Is this a fucking sideshow because we're clowns in a circus?
No. No, it is not.
Just wanted to know.
Sit down. Shut the fuck up.
So we need to get to this segment.
Fucking sorry.
This time I wanted to go to the Axe Reddit.
Yeah, because
Because
we have been doing the I am the asshole the last 2 times.
But, so I had to find one that was not just, like, something, like, hey, is this, that, like, something, like, stupid. Like,
Yeah, it's bad.
I want to actually find, like, something that can lead to a discussion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
Really? You're finally going through something that's a discussion, not just a statement.
like, things like, some of these were, like, you have unlimited money. What is the first thing you'd buy? What is your favorite word for breast? But I actually found something
What
like,
the fuck?
no, it's a conversation.
How old is this one?
It was, 19 hours ago.
Oh,
Not safe for work.
I
This
hate.
whole podcast, whatever it's called, it's not safe for work.
Losers with a podcast. That's the name.
No, I just almost called this a subway.
Oh, I'm just saying because you didn't know the podcast name last week. But what's the statement?
Which
Question,
cartoon character do you think would be listed as a sex offender in real life, and why?
Wasn't the
That's the thing people have talked about commonly. I just want to
who talks about this commonly?
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh,
Other cartoon characters have been like, whoa there. Especially vintage ones.
Half of anime.
SpongeBob.
What? Why SpongeBob?
He walks around naked at times. He, doesn't care. He'll pop up on Squidward in the shower and shit. He does weird shit. I just watch the cartoon. He does some weird ass shit.
Yeah, but are we going by the laws of the award or anything? Or
I think it's like applying like
if they
current day real life logic to what they have done in the cartoon or what they would do in real life.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people think of like one instance, so I think SpongeBob is a good choice because SpongeBob does that commonly. But like if we're going by their laws, SpongeBob has never been arrested for it because I think in that law like they kind of just like that person's naked type of thing like so.
Just imagine
Yeah, if he
SpongeBob
did
is
it
in the
with-
real world, next door neighbor. You're in the shower. SpongeBob pops up. You're fucking laying in bed. You open your eyes. SpongeBob's staring at you. Boops your nose. Sex offender.
Yes, SpongeBob is a good choice. Yeah, no, SpongeBob would have been arrested hardcore. That's why, like, a lot of parents tried to ban the show was just because he was showing, like,
I think
literally naked, like, half the episodes in the beginning.
Do you have one to?
I'm just saying, like, half of anime. Because a lot of them are, like, they ignore, like, the age gaps or stuff like that, or maybe I'm just thinking of, like, the people who make anime, but a lot of times it's, like, you know, this poor character that looks like they're 40 years old ends up, they're 10. So, and then, like, they really ignore, like, the ages, like, of, like, the adults and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of anime characters would be hardcore arrested. Because that's the thing that I kind of, like, usually say. Like, the thing is, you said, like, is a sex offender. So I kind of am thinking I've registered as a sex offender, you know what I mean?
I took him once. Get arrested.
Yes. See, that's the
Alright.
difference.
while you guys are talking, I was trying to think of characters, and I came up with 3 characters.
3? Oh my god.
I think the trio is why I went with
Oh,
that joke.
okay.
But I think the name is the Kinker sisters from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Like they would really didn't they basically kidnap some of them at times?
Yeah, they definitely would like kiss them and stuff like that, like very unconsensually.
Just imagine what they would do as adults. I kind of took it as they were adults at times. Now that I remember it, they definitely won't. But
let me look up.
They were definitely older.
Yeah.
So just imagine what they would do once they all adults, and things get even probably more desperate because no one wants to date these losers. I don't know. I just think they're gonna get only more desperate and only more weird.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the ages of the characters. They definitely were a lot older now looking at them than the other characters in the show. So let me see if they say the age.
Fun fact, I had a cameo in that show.
No, you didn't.
Who's the cameo?
Don't. That's not like.
I played Fat Jimmy when he was a sumo wrestler. I was the stand-in.
Congrats.
See, that's.
Thanks.
Don't help him. Oh, people look this up. Sister ages.
I was compared to the one kid with the plank once. Got pretty insulted by that one.
That's just true. That's just hardcore true.
Now that you mention it, that's what I'm thinking of.
Going back to Reddit, there's a Reddit I'm trying to figure out all the ages, so we'll about to get this down. This is a implied ages of all the characters. Let's see if the Kinkus is okay. So here's the ages of all the characters, so we can kind of see. Ed and Eddie are 12. They are implied to be the same age when they meet each other. So Ed and Eddie are all implied to be about 12 years old, which is kind of weird. But if you really think about the things that they do in the show, like they want to sell Jawbreakers and they talk about candy a lot, I feel like they could have been a little bit older than that. But
the only reason why I liked Jawbreakers as a kid was because of that show.
So Jimmy's implied to be 11, which I guess it kind of makes sense, that they wouldn't be that much older than Jimmy, because then they wouldn't even be around Jimmy if he was that much younger.
That makes sense because he's friends with the sister.
Sarah's implied to be 10 or 11 in the show, because the age difference of him and the brother. So I can kind of make sense, despite acting older, I feel like Jimmy is younger, but now if I really look at it, Jimmy I think was taller and stuff, so I think he was just a bitch. was the endings idea.
Character trait. A kid's show in the early 2000s or 90s? We're gonna go with extreme character traits. Yo, bitch.
So a lot of the Kanker sisters, with their logic is that they have been implied to be held back and to be around the ages. So the oldest one is implied to be 12 through 15. The middle one is 12 through 14, and then 12 through 13 for the younger one. So pretty much giving an age, 1 year apart. The youngest possible to be is 12, depending. So it pretty much is going to be 12, 13, 14, so on and so forth.
So they're not that much older.
Yeah, they're not that
much
much older.
They were doing stuff. I just meant once they get older and because obviously they're kids and they get more and hit puberty and shit, they're gonna be probably more sexual. So just imagine what they would do to the Ed boys then.
I was just more
what did they say Ralph's age is?
Oh, well, I'm about to get to all the characters now. Yeah, I was just looking them up because now I'm curious that you mentioned it. So Ralph is 12 or older because of his back hair, but he's kind of implied to be around the ages of some of the other characters. People like Kevin, Johnny, Naz, still about 12 to 13, and there's more in depth. What's Ralph? I would really like to see why Ralph would be. There's they use episodes and stuff like that. I think the issue is that a lot of the show as it goes on, because in the latest season they actually visit at school and stuff like that. I think they had an original age intention, and then it kind of got messed up a bit throughout the years. It's kind of like in other things where you have to kind of put them in similar situations, classes, and stuff like that.
I always thought they were all different ages.
Yeah,
I think that's because originally it was supposed to be more of just random people who lived in the cul-de-sac. When the show progressed, they had to keep everyone close in age so that they can all be more associated together. Because they all became groups of friends and stuff instead of just kids who lived in this area.
So one of the reasons why Sarah was also implied to be one of the youngest characters is that she does not know where babies come from. And it was asked in one episode, so it's implied that she has not been taught that in school. Which also implies a lot of the other ages of the characters. So that's a weird, but this wasn't like research, so I kind of am apt to believe them.
So,
it's also interesting enough, like, the Kinker, everyone else got, like, a sentence. The lead Kinker got, like, a whole ass paragraph about why she's that age.
more importantly, 10-year-olds don't know where babies come from? Was that just a messed up kid?
I don't remember what age I was told.
Dill's having like a crisis right now.
Yeah, I think a 10-year-old you should
I
know,
just
but I think it's implied that, like, you haven't been told in school yet, is what it is. Is what
I'm
the
somehow
logic is.
remembering everything wrong.
I don't know.
This is weird.
So, there's actually, oh my god, they even, said borderline sexual behavior of one of the Kinker Sixers. So they actually, they said there is a possibility that they are triplets, but they've always been implied to be younger. So,
I always thought they were different ages.
borderline sexual behavior towards Eddie. She kissed him while he was in the shower, and even called him a teacher's pet, inappropriately implying. On the episode, they returned to school before kissing him in the bathroom. She's also gone as far to address Eddie twice. So now I'm just now I'm saying it so we can get some of her behavior.
Yeah, we're getting some of her crimes.
Yes,
okay.
she's 100% arrestable. Even strangely forced Eddie to show the kids a picture of her bathing as part of the deal to swap classes. They also may explain why the older one has an older hairstyle compared to the other sister. One of the sisters is implied to be held back twice, which means he could be one of the older. The middle, no, that's the oldest one is implied to be held back twice. So the middle one, mentioned previously, unless the twin, I think it's implied that she's been held back at least once. And the youngest one is more self-conscious and stuff like that, so they kind of give her more of acting a little bit younger, and it's seemingly not implied to be held back. So,
remember a few years ago when people released those fan art with the Ed and Eddie in the modern day cartoon art style, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're rebooting it."
Yeah, they're not rebooting it. They don't.
They should.
They really should, but it's one of those things. Actually, you never know. With Cartoon Network, Cartoon Network does not care.
I think with like HBO, every kid station kind of has connecting points now to one streaming service. Cartoon Network have an HBO Max, Disney Channel with Disney Plus, and Nickelodeon with Paramount, and sometimes Netflix as well. So I want to see like a sequel show. We're just dumb as adults and now they're kids.
I want them in HBO Max though to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want HBO Max.
But HBO Max has taken some of the one or two Cartoon Network shows, so hopefully they just go for more of an older audience. There's only like a couple comments where some people thought Sarah and Jimmy was 7 and 8, with Jimmy being older, and someone thought that
would make a lot of sense.
Someone thought Ed was 14 and Ed was 13. The Double D was 13 and stuff like that. I always thought Double D might have been like a little bit older. I mean, kind of Ed was like the leader. He's confident because he is younger a little bit, and Double D was smarter because he is older.
I thought those two were the same age. I thought the big guy was the older one just because he was bigger and stronger.
Well, yeah, it would make sense that he would be
he had,
a bit older.
The basement room, which is, when I was a kid, cartoons always showed the basement room for the older brother. So I kind of thought he was older.
Yeah, I really think they kind of messed up the ages a bit.
Interesting logic there.
Though I think what happened was, I think those ages would have been accurate, but they had to change it due to the show needing to get characters in the
As
same
you mentioned,
era.
like a lot of things with the school, I definitely think the school definitely fucked the whole ages up.
Clearly they put the Kango sisters in, and then that's when the whole staying back thing had to be that they're all in the same year, because this one stayed back 2 times, this one stayed back 1 time. Man, we should just react to Reddit things. Like, that would make up an entire podcast. This and R. Kelly is what makes up the last 2 podcasts.
We're becoming an R. Kelly and Cartoon Network podcast. Well, I mean, Reddit podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I'm sorry, R.
nice
Kelly's-
Kelly Pond.
R. Kelly is interesting, but I don't want to keep talking about it, because then someone's going to take something we say out of context and ignore the part where we all have openly said we hate R. Kelly. You know, they're going to be like, oh, the snitching thing. See, they're not even saying it when we were saying the snitching as a
I
joke.
can't wait to be canceled.
Oh, we'll get canceled one day. When someone watches. When we get enough viewers, we'll be canceled.
I say some borderline shit just so I can get canceled. Try me. I'm not even real. You don't know if Dill's even my real name.
They
They put a stuffed animal on camera.
You still get your channel taken down.
Fuck!
Yeah, you have one of those now. You will have to make a new one. Get a new fan base.
I don't have a fan base.
Yeah.
This kid keeps trying to tell me that I will get more views if I do Reddit videos. No one viewed my new one.
I viewed it.
I also said that you need to make sure to not put your face in the thumbnails. That was... If you look at your view count, your face being in the thumbnails definitely hurts it. I'm sorry. It's true. So I have 2 more subjects to kind of end off this
Holy
podcast.
shit.
They were more like optional ones.
Okay, that's good. Option. No. For number 2. No.
So you guys don't know who Alex Jones is, right? More of the conspiracy theory guy. Kind of more put into the same category of what's that guy who that does all the podcasts as well? Who like injects himself with like something and refuses to acknowledge COVID. What's that guy? The bald dude. The bald dude.
Continue with your topic. I'm
So
concerned
Alex-
to somebody.
so
What is
Alex-
he injecting himself with?
Well, no, I'm gonna throw it out.
Bleach.
Alex Jones, he got all his shows taken away and stuff like that because he's starting to get off of his conspiracy theories, like the one that Sandy Hook wasn't real, and that they were using fake victims to kind of make more of a press on the news, and pretty much that it wasn't gonna happen. And Alex Jones now has lost 2 lawsuits brought up by the family members for pretty much is an asshole. The court issued a judgment against the InfoWars host because he did not produce Discovery records, causing him to lose the suits by default. The rulings were issued Monday, but were not made public until Thursday. Pretty much, that he said he has evidence, he has recordings that this is all fake, and
So
then
he-
he didn't. He
He
didn't have
basically
it.
lost automatically because he didn't even give the evidence to the court.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
Dumbass.
Since 2012 school shooting, in which 20 young children and 6 adults were murdered, they were actually nearby, a couple of times over.
Yeah, it's
we
so
were
weird
in
whenever-
school. We were in school as it was happening.
It's so weird whenever anyone talks about it, because it's like, it's a big news story to the rest of the world, and I'm just like, wow, shit, this is really close.
Jones has repeatedly,
Close that, yeah.
yeah. Jones has I don't want to say exactly how close. Jones has reportedly, has repeatedly accused Sandy Hook families of being crisis actors, calling events a giant hoax and a false flag operation. As a result, Jones lost several defamation suits related to Sandy Hook. In 2019, was ordered to pay tens of thousands in court costs due to legal fees for the parents. Thank God that he was forced to do it. What an asshole, pretty much, is what I'm saying. See, yeah, he sucks. He will always suck.
I don't know what your next subject is, but I have one that connects to this. But it may be your next
It
subject.
probably is, speaking, my interest in... I think that's also why we got a lot of legal ones, by the way, is my interest in court cases and stuff like that. But why don't you lead into it? Well, I figure out the person I was talking about.
Wait, yours is about a court case?
Not a court case, technically.
Mine's about somebody, my coworker walked up to me and told me this. And this is a very awkward moment. They just like, hey, did you hear about this? And parent, they posted
this is not it.
they posted on Reddit or somewhere about the fact that basically, their kid died in a school shooting. But now they believe, after, like, they were converted by these conspiracy theories, and now believe that their kid was just an actor and shit.
What? The person you
Are you
know?
serious?
Or
No, they were talking about this, like, they read about this, and they just
Joe
walked up and started talking about it.
Rogan! That's the guy. Joe Rogan, that weirdo.
That's the
yeah.
guy who's like, they're putting the chemicals in the water to make the frogs gay.
No, that's Alex Jones. Alex Jones was the frog weirdo. This is Joe Rogan. I have a picture. And look up Alex Jones, like, with frogs. Alex Jones is the conspiracy theory InfoWars weirdo. Maybe Joe Rogan also said it. I used to get them confused as well. But so, this person believed their own kid was a crisis actor.
It was Alex Jones that did the frogs in the water.
Yeah, and he's the guy who lost
And
his
that's the one who's now losing all his shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pay attention.
And Joe Rogan is the guy who just takes like a bunch of, like, he solved his, he didn't think COVID was real, but he then got COVID and like took like a bunch of medicine and like beat it in like a day or some weird shit. He's out there. Joe Rogan was the one that what's the name? Elon Musk went on and they were smoking on the podcast together. But what were you saying?
I want to look it up first before I can tell you the right details.
So, but okay, whatever. So my last thing is Zodiac Killer. Did they find the Zodiac Killer? One that's, for those who don't know, it's like a 50-year-old case where no one knows who was the killer. They've tried to find out information. He released secret codes that they have sometimes deciphered. Most of the time they have not. But in the end of the day, they have never figured him out. But recently a non-connected group, so they cannot officially confirm it, they are their own investigation group, said that they have figured it out and are waiting one DNA evidence that they are not being allowed to look at that will confirm it. Though by all police standards, the case they did say is still considered open, so I don't want to harp on it too much. It's just, to them, it basically is either is it or is it not. Until it is confirmed by the police, we will not say it is the person, though they have like a lot of evidence to prove it. A lot of the police and stuff like that saying no, they absolutely do not. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll go back on it one day, but yeah. Do you guys think the person is the Zodiac Killer?
I didn't read anything on this, to be honest.
I wish the guy was still alive so we can get a confirmation. I want 100% confirmation. That would be just, I want like, because there's always going to be somebody now sitting there being like, we never truly know.
Well, they
but
have,
like, we do, I want us to, even if we do know, there's still going to be people who like, we never truly know. So
but,
I want it guaranteed.
But this would be guaranteed because there is DNA evidence of both. The Zodiac Killer had a possible has a DNA thing from one of the victims, like a hair under, like they pulled out the person's hair, and the other person got arrested before, and they also have the DNA of, so they can confirm if it is the person or not.
Place their DNA.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, it is the DNA. It would be them.
I don't know. I've seen enough movies. You just take your paper, whatever they had the DNA of the guy on, rub it against them. The DNA's on it. For lack of better words.
It's both.
I don't think that's how they do it in the movies.
No, it is not.
But they would just like plant DNA and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't plant DNA.
If I didn't want to get caught, I would.
What?
And then when I do get caught, I'll snitch on everyone. See, it came full circle.
This has been Losers for the Podcast. I have been Bodame. We got Raven. Spotify, YouTube, it's all there. It's all great.
Have a good night.
I'm going to kill Dale.